planning for the holidays. We've had a pretty much holiday-filled show. I'm joined by Vandal here. We've got SOAR 365. We've got so much to talk about as we are planning for those holidays, but we've got some tips for adults and children with disabilities ahead of those holidays. So what do we need to know, Vandal?
That's right. So SOAR 365 helps families with any loved one with developmental disabilities.
Okay.
And so today I'm just here to talk to you a little bit about how to handle the holidays with a loved one with developmental disabilities. The number one tip that we want to convey is you want to loop in everybody, keep everybody informed.
Okay.
So any time you're going to a party, you want to loop them in, loop in the guests that, hey, we may be, kind of stepping out, getting some fresh air. There may be some foods that, our loved one may not like. Just keep them informed.
Got it. Okay, that's a nice tip. Now, you know what? I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. I want to know a little bit about you guys. Before we start talking about these tips, tell us who you guys are, and then let's get back to some of those awesome tips you have.
All right, as I mentioned, SOAR 365 is an agency that we help the whole family with loved ones with developmental disabilities.
Yeah.
Our primary goal, we want to have programming that is safe, it's fun, but also educational.
Sure.
And we want to allow them to be independently functional in the long run, the long-term goal.
Yeah, and you guys are very easy to access. You just head over to the website, www.soar365.org. So very helpful there. But you have a lot here on the table. Some of the ideas and maybe some things that we could be using during the holidays or maybe taking to loved ones' homes?
Right. So as I mentioned before, looping everybody in is crucial. You also want to loop in your loved one.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to Aunt Candace's party. It's going to be wild and crazy. You want to alert them, right?
Sure.
So maybe there's some loud noises or things that, sometimes maybe not everybody wants Mariah Carey at volume 10, right?
Right.
So noise canceling headphones are really good.
Okay.
Also allowing, as I said before, allowing the host of the party as well as your loved one to say, hey, maybe I want to take a time out and step outside, or have a designated room to say, hey, let's take a little break.
Sure.
So those are always good tips.
And what about maybe bringing some activities for them to use?
So having a little pack, whether it's a little quick package that you can have already in your car of little, sensory items.
Sure.
So it could be a ball that you can squeeze.
Got it.
Or remember these?
Yeah.
Remember these? These were popular like 5 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Things that are sensory, things that want to get them involved into their, and not be sensory overload, because the holidays for all of us can kind of, can be overwhelming sometimes.
It can definitely be overwhelming. And I know you mentioned the food. They may not like what's prepared, so maybe bringing our own snacks.
Right. You want to prepare your host to say, hey, I know you went, overboard with that casserole or souffle or whatever it is. Yeah. But just want to preface them that, hey, our loved one has some very particular things that they want to eat to be comfortable. Yeah. So along with your bag that you want to have your sensory items, have some snacks too that, that your loved one is very conscientious of, that wants to enjoy, so they can be at ease at the party.
Got it, got it. Now, I see we've got some arts and crafts that would be a good suggestion to have on standby.
Yeah. So again, the parties can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So you want to have activities for your loved one that they enjoy.
Okay.
So it could be, anything from making holiday cards to even turning on the music, allowing them to make a playlist.
Oh, there you go.
It could be Mariah Carey, it could be Run DMC, it could be whatever they want.
Look at Vandal with all the great music. Look, I love it. We're running out of time. This was a quick list of holiday tips, but if you head over to the website, you can find out more information, including those tips. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more 12 About Town today.